Hi guys, and welcome back to Simply Forex, the channel dedicated to you, the trader. We want you to be successful in the markets. So guys, I'm going to give you some gold every day. I'm going to let you know which currency pairs I'm looking to trade and which direction. And I'm also going to let you know which news that you must be aware of. So let's take a look at the chart and what I'm potentially going to trade today. Traders, how the devil are you? Welcome back to Simply Forex. Today is Thursday, the 21st of July. I just had to check that. And as always, guys, we're going to look back at yesterday's trades. We're going to look at today's potential trades and the news today as well. So let's not mess around. Let's get stuck in. So yesterday we had 3 potential trades, and they were all correlated and they were all dependent on US dollar weakness. So this was the first one. This was the Aussie dollar against the US dollar, and we were looking to buy this pair. Okay, and the reasons why are this. So price was in a downtrend, yeah. Lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. Okay, and as you can see, it was bouncing off this grey diagonal trend, downward channel. Okay, but eventually price came back up, broke this high here. Okay, broke out of the channel as well, this downward channel, and we had a very bullish daily candle. So for all of these reasons, I was just trying to take price from one of these grey zones up to this blue line here, guys. Okay, so that was the idea, to buy this pair. Let's take a look at the H1 to see what the hell happened. And it was a tricky one to trade, guys. This was the one I actually got in out of the 3 US dollar pairs. So the first candle that hit our grey zone and told me that buyers were in control was this candle here, guys. Yeah, this green candle. Okay, this doji, but here, this green doji, that didn't tell me buyers were in control. This candle did, and this candle did, but it hadn't retraced enough for me. Okay, so I entered on this green bullish candle that I've highlighted. I got a slight retrace. I entered here, put my stop here, and as you can see, guys, price took me out. Okay, so at this point I was sad. I wasn't really, guys. Yeah, to be honest with you, I've gotten to a point where homeostasis. I try to stay emotionless. If I have a great trade, good, my idea was correct. If I have a bad trade, then the same reaction. Yeah, I just trade my setups. Okay, this is how you have to think, guys. Don't be super happy when you have a winner. Don't be sad when you get stopped out. Okay, it's just part of trading, but do follow your money management. Okay, so as you can see, guys, I got stopped out. I followed my money management and I got stopped out for 100% of the trade. Okay, like I said, this happens. Follow your money management. Okay, then as we come back down, guys, then I saw this candle. Okay, so for me, yeah, this is a sort of a bullish engulfing candlestick pattern, came off our grey zone. So I actually re-entered on the close of this candle. Okay, put my stop below here. Okay, and all I'm looking to do, I'm still in 100% of this trade, and all I'm looking to do is take price up to probably around here. Yeah, just to get my risk to reward of 1:1. Okay, yeah, so just get my risk to reward of 1:1, close 80%, and then let 20% run. Okay, so yeah, got stopped out of the first entry candle. I'm still in the second. I will close 80% here and let 20% run. Okay, guys, so yeah, that was the Aussie dollar, US dollar for me. Let me know how you traded it. Maybe you traded it slightly different. Would love to hear from you guys. Okay, so that was the first trade idea. The second one was this. This was the New Zealand dollar against the US dollar. And obviously highly correlated with the Aussie dollar, US dollar. Okay, so we were trying to buy this market as well. And as you can see, guys, price was in this downward channel. Okay, kept bouncing off of the grey line. So lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. But then eventually, guys, price came out of this channel and broke this high here. Okay, with this bullish candle here. Okay, so again, because of these reasons, my direction was buy, my direction was long this market. And the idea was just to come out of one of these grey zones and potentially take it up to this blue line here. Okay, guys, yeah, identical to the Aussie dollar, US dollar, really. Okay, so that was the idea. Let's look at the H1 now to see what actually happened. So a few entry candles here, guys. So yeah, arguably you could have entered on this candle. Yeah, this is definitely a bullish engulfing candlestick pattern. Definitely tells you buyers are in control. The only problem with this candle, guys, is you would need a bit of a retrace. Let's say you entered here, put your stop here, okay, and then you can get a risk to reward of 1:1. Okay, so with candles like this, guys, if they are very bullish, I usually wait for a retrace. Yeah, so it makes the risk to reward more appealing. Okay, but if you did enter on this candle, guys, again, you would have eventually got taken out here. Okay, there was also this candle you could have entered on. Okay, would I have entered on this candle? The candle before it tells me, yeah, it makes me a little bit apprehensive, but yeah, you could have entered on this candle. Maybe some of you did. All right. I didn't enter this pair, guys, because I was already in the Aussie dollar, US dollar. Okay, so that gave me a better setup. All right. So I'm just showing you what maybe you could have traded. So again, you could have entered on this candle, but the candle before it does make me a little bit apprehensive. But maybe some of you did, guys. Maybe some of you entered on the close of this candle. Put your stop here. And again, guys, you would have got stopped out. Okay. So yeah, again, this was a difficult pair to trade yesterday, but as long as you followed your money management, it's not a problem. And then also, guys, we did have this candle here. Again, yeah, still a potential candle that you could have entered on. Okay, and you will still be in this trade for 100% if you did. Okay, guys, but like I said, I didn't trade this pair because I was already in the Aussie dollar, US dollar. But if you did trade this pair, this would have been a difficult pair yesterday. Okay, the third and final trade idea from yesterday was this. Okay, this was the US dollar against the Swiss franc, and we were looking to short this pair. The reasons are as follows. So we've got these two zones here, guys. I'm just roughly plotting them. All right. And as you can see, between these two zones, price has been in a sideways market. Okay. But once it reaches this level here, I was willing to short it because, let me show you on the weekly chart, we had this. Yeah. So this area here, which incorporates this large wick, yeah, this is an area of resistance on the weekly chart. Okay, and as you can see, we had a weekly candle that rejected that level. Okay, so this is why I was willing to take the trade halfway up a sideways range. Okay, so I just wanted to show you that. If we go back to the day chart, we also had a very bearish candle form. Okay, so for all of these reasons, yeah, I was looking to take price back down to this blue line. Okay, and looking at this chart, I still think that will happen. Okay, so let's look at H1 now to see what happened. And again, I didn't trade this pair, guys, because I was already in the Aussie dollar, US dollar, and having trouble with that pair, to be quite honest. But maybe some of you did take this pair. So let's look at potential candles you could have entered on. So, or not. So this one, guys, not an entry candle. This is not an entry candle. Okay, this wick, and it's still inside this very bullish green candle. Okay, so inside candles, I call them. So if they're still inside this large bullish green candle, I don't like to short off of that. Okay, so this candle here, yeah, not an entry candle. Then we had this candle. Okay, again, it's an inside candle. It's inside the previous bullish candle. Okay, so again, we do not like this candle. This was not an entry candle. Okay, then we go up, it comes up to our next grey zone, and we have this candle. Okay, again, this is not an entry candle. For me, this is an inside candle. The candle before it, the bullish candle, is larger than the next bearish candle. Okay, but having said that, if you did enter off this candle here, it would have been a good trade. Okay, come down nicely, but for me, this is not an entry candle. Okay, so yesterday, guys, we just pretty much didn't have an entry candle on this pair. All right, guys, so yeah, those were the free trade ideas from yesterday. It was a tricky day yesterday with these pairs, but just follow your money management. Okay, guys, let's take a look at today's potential trades now. Guys, bit of a tricky day yesterday with some of those US dollar pairs we were looking to trade, but again, we'll have days like this as long as you follow your money management, guys. That's the most important thing, money management. Guys, if you enjoyed that recap, then please subscribe to the channel. Come join us at Simply Forex, and also smash the like button. Yeah, it helps support the channel. Merci beaucoup. Today, Thursday, the 21st of July, it's all about the euro. We're looking at 4 euro pairs, 2 of which I'm happy to trade, and 2 of which I am not. Okay, so let me show you why. So, the first one, this is the euro against the Swiss franc, and I am happy to take this pair short. Let me show you why. So, price is in a downtrend. You don't have to be a brain surgeon to know this. Yeah, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. And then price has come back up and tested this last high here. And we've had a reaction with this candle. Okay, so let me zoom in just to show you that reaction at that high. So let's zoom into this, guys. Okay, so this is the last high, guys. All right, and as you can see, we've had this very bearish candle form from that zone. Okay, so the idea is just to take price back down to the last daily high, daily lows. Okay, which corresponds here. Okay, guys, so that's why I'm willing to short this pair. Let's look at H1 to see what entries we have. So there's a couple of ideas here, guys. So first of all, price could retrace all the way back up to here. Yeah, this zone here. We get a circle and a square today, which corresponds, yeah, with these last highs here. So price could retrace up to here. We want to see a bearish candlestick pattern form. We enter the trade. We take price back down to these last H1 lows, close 80%, and then leave 20% to run down to our higher time frame target. Okay, so that's the first idea. Second idea is this. Let me zoom out a bit. Okay, so yeah, so price could also do this, guys. So price could come back down, yeah, break these last H1 lows. Okay, come down, break them, retest this grey zone. We want to see a bearish candlestick pattern form, and then we can take the trade back down to our higher time frame target. Okay, guys, so yeah, a couple of ideas on how to short the euro against the Swiss franc. Okay, the second trade idea is this. This is the euro against the Japanese yen. Okay, and I'm happy to short this pair. This is a trade idea, and I'm happy to short this pair. Okay, so as you can see, guys, price was in an uptrend. Okay, so let's start all the way back here. So price came up, higher high, higher low, didn't create a higher high. Okay, come back down, created a lower low, come back up, didn't create a higher high, and then eventually broke this low here. Okay, these lows. Okay, so it eventually broke these lows, and then for me, it's been in a downtrend ever since. Okay, it's tested this last low over here, come all the way back up. Okay, and then we've got a bearish candlestick pattern form. Okay, and this is no coincidence. At these last lows here, if I move this across, yeah, at these last lows here, okay, we've got a bearish candlestick pattern form, and the idea is just take the price back down to this blue line here, or even this higher time frame target here. Okay, so yeah, we're entering short because of this candle that reacted at this zone. Okay, guys, and it's in a downtrend, many reasons. All right, so yeah, we're trying to short this pair for those reasons. Let's take a look at the H1 to see how we can get in on this pair. All right, guys, we've got a couple of grey zones. They're quite close together, but what we want to see is price retrace into this grey zone, which it already has. Okay, right, and now we want to see a bearish candlestick pattern form. Okay, see a bearish candlestick pattern, we can take price back down to these last H1 lows here, close 80%, and then leave 20% to run. Okay, if that doesn't happen, guys, price could come all the way back up and test these last highs here. Okay, quite possible. Okay, and then we want to see a bearish candlestick pattern form, enter the trade, take price back down to our last H1 low. This is always our first target, and then leave close 80% and leave 20% to run. Okay, guys, so that's the euro against the Japanese yen short. So those are the two euro pairs that I'm happy to trade. I'm now going to show you two euro pairs that I'm not happy to trade. Okay, so let's take a look, guys. So the first one is this. This is the euro against the pound. And you'll be thinking, Tom, this is a short all day long. Yeah, so price was in an uptrend, bouncing off this grey upward channel. Okay, and then eventually it breaks. Okay, breaking these lows, these lows. Okay, so we're clearly in a downward structure. Okay, and then price has come back up. Yeah, and then we've got a bearish candlestick pattern form. You're thinking, Tom, short it, take this lower. Okay, and arguably we could then take it back down to this last daily low here. Okay, that seems like a very reasonable trade. I agree. But if I come away from the day chart and look at the weekly chart, this is clearly in an uptrend, guys. Yeah, it's broken out of this downward, this downward channel that we was in. Okay, so we're clearly in a downward channel, and then price has broken out of this channel, created a higher high, a lower high, higher high, and then it's come back down and tested this last higher low. All right, and then price, as you can see with this weekly candle here, has really bounced off of that zone. Okay, so this weekly chart is telling me it could come back up and reach these highs here. Okay, so for those reasons, guys, this weekly chart is in an uptrend and it's bounced off of an area of support here. Okay, so that is why I am reluctant to short this pair. Let's go back to the day chart. I know we have downward pressure, on the daily chart, but we have upward pressure on the weekly chart. It wouldn't surprise me if price just does the I don't know what to do with myself. Okay, so for me, guys, I can't trade this pair. Another pair Another euro pair to look at is this. This is the euro against the Canadian dollar. And again, you're screaming at me, Tom, short this pair, you maniac. All right, so price is clearly in a downtrend, yeah? Lower lows, lower highs, and price could then come back down to this last low here, okay? Which I've highlighted with the blue line, okay? We also have two very bearish candles formed, guys, yeah? We had this large red candle with a large wick, and then we had a more of a full-bodied bearish candle. So everything here is telling us to go lower, okay? And it may well do. I'm not saying it won't. It could do, yeah? It probably will. But again, if we look at the weekly chart here, guys, okay, firstly, the weekly candle. So you can see this candle has bounced off of this 1,300, this psychological level. Okay, so this tells me we could potentially get back up to these last lows here at least, okay, which it hasn't yet. And I've kept the blue line there so you can see, if I keep zooming out, sorry, my big head is in the way. It's also this, yeah, this current weekly low here has corresponded with this weekly low from back in 2014 or something. Okay, so, and look how it reacted at that level. Okay, so historically, this is a strong area for price to bounce off of. And we've got this candle, this weekly candle form that looks like a bounce off of this zone. It could come higher. Okay, guys, so for those reasons, I'm not willing to trade the euro pound or the euro Canadian dollar, although on the day chart, they look very feasible. Okay, but I am willing to trade the euro Swiss franc and the euro yen today, guys. All right, so they're the two trade ideas. All right, guys, let's take a look at the news now. Guys, if you're enjoying this daily morning analysis, I hope you are, then please come subscribe to the channel, smash that notification button, and then you'll receive an alert every single day, guys, and won't miss a single piece of analysis. Right, news for Thursday, the 21st of July. Overnight, we had some important news. We had the BOJ press conference at Bank of Japan and their outlook. So that was important news overnight, but that's been and gone, guys. Okay, so the first piece of news that we're interested in today, and it is the big daddy news. Yeah, big news for the euro. And remember, we're looking at euro pairs today, so this could really move those euro pairs. Must be aware of this. Okay, and it's this. You've got the interest rate decision, the deposit facility rate, marginal lending, the monetary statement. Okay, so you have all of these things coming out of 1:15 London GMT coming out of the euro, guys. So this news is really going to move the euro, guys. All right, so must be aware of this. They forecast a 0.25% interest rate. So let's see what the actual forecasted figure will be. The actual figure will be. Okay, so yeah, guys, big news there. 15 minutes later, coming out of the US, 1:30 London GMT, we've got initial jobless claims, and we've got Philadelphia Fed manufacturing. So these two pieces of news could really move the US dollar or any US dollar pair. Okay, and then if we carry on down, guys, at 1:45, we've got the press conference, which will talk about the decisions from earlier, the interest rate, and how they arrived at that decision, guys. Okay, so this press conference can make the euro just as volatile, if not more volatile, than the actual release of the data itself. Okay, so must be aware of that, guys. And at 3:15 London GMT, we also have Lagarde speaking as well. So again, this speech from Lagarde could also really move the euro pair, guys. So lots of big euro news today, guys. Okay, that's the news finished, guys. I hope you've enjoyed the vid. If you have, please subscribe, like, and share. I hope you have a wonderful trading day, and I'll see you tomorrow, guys.